Hi, Chris Keenan here, CKC Consultants. I want to start this video off by saying congratulations on downloading the free ebook that outlines the 5 steps to extending your home. I assume that because you have signed up for this ebook that you have a genuine interest in extending your home, an interest in how the process works, and most importantly you want to learn the pitfalls to look out for along the way. By now you should have had a chance to have a read through and gain some good insights to the processes of extending your home. If you haven't, don't worry, because over the next 3 videos we're going to touch on the biggest challenges you will face when extending and how you're going to overcome them. That sound good? Wicked. We'll crack on with challenge number 1. Right, let's kick off with challenge number 1. Getting your initial idea to extend your home down onto paper. The first step in the process of any extension or any construction project for that matter is to get a design for the proposed works completed and down onto paper. The design work involved in an extension project is broken down into 3 different elements. Number 1, planning permission drawings. Number 2, building regulations drawings. Number 3, structural drawings and calculations. Let's just briefly touch on the different drawing stages so you can follow as we move on to the challenges. Stage 1, planning permission. This consists of a set of drawings showing your existing home and your new proposed extended home. These 2 sets of drawings are issued to the council for approval. That shows them what you're looking to do, what the extension is compared to your existing home. If you get planning permission, we move on to stage 2, building regulations drawings. These are a set of more detailed drawings that elaborate on the construction methods and materials that will be used for your extension. Coupled with these building regulations drawings, we move on to stage 3, which is structural drawings and calculations. A set of information basically that is used to identify any structural works that are required during the construction of the extension. That could be steel beams, doorways that we need to cut through and re-support, a number of different items, but they're basically the items that we need to consider at stage 3. Hopefully you're still awake and still with me. Right, so who do you need to get to produce all this information, I hear you asking? You have a few options, but it's basically broken down into 3 main options. Architects, architectural technicians, they are different, I promise you, and design and build consultants stroke contractors like us. The architects, they have studied at university for many years, and some would say they would be the most qualified to produce a design. But, there is a but, they will be by far the most expensive option you have. And you will also have to employ a structural engineer to work alongside them to produce the additional design. Architectural technicians, they've also studied at college, definitely not as long as architects, but 9 times out of 10 they have less experience and less knowledge than the architect. Their biggest advantage is they're going to be a lot cheaper than the architects, but hey ho, you get what you pay for. You will also have to employ a structural engineer to work alongside them. And finally, design and build consultants. We're not biased when we say this much, but we are by far the most experienced of the 3. We can carry out all stages of design, including the structural elements, so no need to instruct an engineer separately. Because we are builders, we have the added knowledge of the most suitable construction methods and materials for your project. That, coupled with our design knowledge gained through years of developing architects' outline designs into buildable solutions on site, we feel puts us miles ahead of the rest. Here at CKC Consultants, we have the team in place that can carry out all the design stages, meaning you have one point of contact throughout the design and planning stage of your project. There's no need to instruct an architect and a separate engineer. We can produce both sets of information exactly to your specification. And don't worry, if you want to change something, that's free. We know it's not always easy to visualise until you see it on paper. How's that sound? Does it sound good? Because if it does, click the link below now, book your free home extension consultation, because when you do, you will organise a time for me to get on the phone with you, talk through your design, talk through your ideas and get the process kicked off. In case you're worried, we cover the whole of the UK, so don't hesitate now, click the link. If not, we'll see you in the next video.